Well, I didn't say this before, but I think Catherine is one of the most interesting characters in the show for me, because I think there's a lot more going on. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Stoneface Reactions. I'm Theta, and we are back with another episode of Voltace 5. We just got done handling the aspect of the team not being able to vault together due to the electromagnetic weapon created by Zool. Now here's the thing, I don't anticipate that weapon ever being used again. Because the thing is that we are in the we're actually in the late 70s when it comes to this, where things are more episodic than not. And I know this is part of the romance trilogy, which is kind of pushing its way past purely episodic episodes into a more storied series. But you'd think if it was a super effective weapon, that they would instantly start building a second and a third and a fourth one. Because they have no idea. Well, I guess they have no idea that the thing that they defeated the first one with was only one use. However, at the same time, why not keep using it? If it was effective once, it might be effective again. Like at this point, every beast machine should have one of those on board. But again, my point being is I don't see it being used again because it doesn't seem like that kind of show where they would see something useful and then repeat it. Especially when that would make it, what is it called? When there's a place on most shows for a person to keep track of what's canon? Continuity script person. Because if you did that, you'd have to always make sure that that episode aired exactly in the right order. And it feels like in this era of certain episodes being Monster of the Week, we can air them at any time, you wouldn't want to have one very specific show-defining thing to happen, because then otherwise you couldn't air them out of order. And I guess that's my main argument. I don't know why I've gone on such a hard tangent about this thing not showing up again. For all I know, literally this episode could be, oh, we built another one, and it just happens. So, I don't know. I guess I'm in a rambling state. The only way out of a ramble is to get on into it.
But before we get started,
make sure that you hit the like button,
hit that subscribe button,
comment down below to feed that algorithm.
On top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this, unfiltered,
uncensored,
and uncut,
as well as some early access stuff,
you can check it out over on the Patreon.
It's just $5 a month, but hey, no pressure.
There's zero pressure in order to do that. It's just a little bit of extra support, and it would be greatly appreciated.
I think I mentioned this before, and I'm going to mention it again here in the opening. I'm very surprised we still haven't gotten a Dajiro episode. Like, we got a General Oka Megumi episode. Well, to be fair, I guess Megumi that was her chance at Spotlight. But we've had, like, an Ippei episode. We had a Megumi episode. We've had, what, two or three Hiyoshi episodes? Kenichi is in control of Voltace 5. Every episode's basically his episode. But we also had the episode where Daijiro taught him how to do butterfly thing. And the fact that Daijiro had to teach him does not make it a Daijiro episode. Because it was still about Kenichi and his struggle to figure that out. So far, we've gotten little Daijiro development outside of the fact that Daijiro is just a member of the family.
ドズールが開発した超電磁合体破壊装置の前にボルテス5の合体が破れボルテスチームは無力と化したそのピンチを救ったのはかねてよりファルコンで研究されていた
A thing that could only have been used once.
そのウルトラマウコンは未完成装置のため
So no telling what the thing was designed for in the first place.
タイネルはボルテス5に最後のとどめを刺すべく新たなる攻撃重視の出撃を急がせていた
It was revived from the dead last episode.
急げよズール。もはや敵にはウルトラマグコンもないのだ。今や超電磁合体破壊装置を積み込んだ。
I was completely wrong. I was rambling for no reason. I take it back.
今度こそ間違いなくボルテスを葬りされるでしょう。
プリンスハイネル。
Well done, Voltace 5. I am pleasantly surprised.
その言葉、祝いの言葉として受け取るぞ。プリンスハイネル、ボアザン星からの通信です。何？ボアザン星から拡大せい。はい。方位角243度。イプシロン波微調整完了。260ガインアップ。サイクロンウェーブ 0.423 通信完了。14000光年の彼方よりプリンスハイネルにボアザン皇帝陛下のメッセージをお送りいたします。通信でお受けする。これは皇帝陛下が直々手に入れました情報でございますが、ボルテス5打倒の鍵は日本伊豆半島
No shit.
天城山中にあるファルコン秘密研究所にあり。何？皇帝陛下ご自身がそう仰せられたのか。
Why is that surprise?
その研究所にボルテス5の超電磁を打ち破る方法がある。超電磁合体を打ち破る方法はすでに手に入れた。それよりも何故にそのようなことを陛下がご存知なのか。
Because you have their dad?
ゴー博士が我が皇帝陛下に囚われ
Yeah, duh. I said that.
ゴー博士、あのボルテスチームゴー三兄弟の父親のことか。よい。生死不明とは聞いていたが、それが皇帝陛下の手の
Well, he didn't look that way in the flashback.
陛下はそのゴー博士の方法秘密事項を読み取りました。その秘密研究所にはファルコンに関する情報も隠されている。どうした？映像を戻せ。はい。
And that's where the location is.
受信が無理だというのか。もう良いわ。
Well, it was one of my previous theories that he'd still be alive, so...
なぜゴー博士がボアザン星に囚われの身となっているのだ。
Because he went there to negotiate peace. Long time ago, actually.
今や我々に残された最後の道はウルトラマウコンの完成だ。問題はこの前の爆発の原因である自粒子の過剰運動をいかに抑えるかということだが、それでその制御回路が問題になるという。
The repeating background is something that reminds me of everything I try to do sometimes with the GIFs that I put in the overlay to have something there while I'm talking.
それでどうしても秘密研究所へ出向かないといかんというわけか。
あそこには今までの研究のすべてのファイルがある。
Okay, I guess maybe I can take back a little bit of my no shit. I thought they were saying that the Voltace 5 base had all the Voltace 5 information. I'm like, yeah, no shit. It seems like they're indicating that it's at a different location than the Big Falcon. But then again, you X-ray scanned the damn thing. Don't you have its exact specifications? You should know how it works. My, Professor Hamaguchi. Is that a waterfall door control remote, or are you just happy to see me? General, you're already standing ahead of where that laser came from. Start the Get Smart opening theme song. Thank God we wore our secret decoder rings today. It's also weird that Professor Hamaguchi had to have that conversation with General Oka about how it was safe. Because if General Oka hadn't worn his ring that day, already knowing that it was safe, would have been destroyed, they all been killed.
ゴー博士がいたからこそできたことだった。その最初の目が今やビッグファルコンになり、ボルテス5になって地球を守るまでになった。し
しかしゴー博士も行方知れず、三代博士も亡くなって、ここを知る者も今や私たち二人だけだ。ゴー博士は生きてるんだろうか。わからん。
You ever say, how would Hamaguchi even know?
ウルトラマグコンの制御方法の方が先だ。
I mean, we now know that he is alive, but Hamaguchi wouldn't know.
事態は急を要するのだからな。
Ah, ticker tape, top of the line.
侵入者だ。浜口急げ、敵だ。暴動星人か。おそらく。
Well, I guess they got that transmission after all. Clearly they don't care that much about getting the information, though, since they're destroying all the computer consoles. I would love to see this in a live-action movie, though. I mean, not specifically this, because there is the Voltes 5 Legacy. Just the conceit of a high-ranking general going all fucking ninja.
プリンスハイネル。ん？お前らビッグファルコンの浜口。それに地球防衛
Yeah,
軍
we
の
just know each other. We all just fucking know each other.
面白い、実に面白いぞ。地球の運命を握る者同士、このようにして顔を合わせるとはな。
なぜだ。なぜお前がこの研究所の所在を知っている。
お前らの仲間ゴーというものの情報よ。
ん？ゴーと言ったのか。バカな。
ボア男性に囚われの身になっているゴーから聞いたとて、何の不思議がある。
生きているのか。
それゆえに私がここにいる。
I don't know that I would have sold it as we captured him. It might be more of a kick to their morale if you say that he gave it up willingly.
二人を捕らえればこの秘密などいらん。すべてのものが我が軍門に下ることになる。
Hey, reptile soldier guys? Maybe use the guns that we know you have? Yeah, that guy still had a gun. Wouldn't it be a pain in the ass if that did work? You push the button and the self-destruct starts over every time? Man, I don't even remember if they got the information that they came here for. Not Heinel, I mean, Oka and Hamaguchi.
残念だが、あそこの秘密を敵に知られるよりはいい。
I gotta say, I don't know where the rest of the episode goes from here. I think everything on the next time on was from before the halfway mark.
わしは本部に戻るが、万一のため防衛艦隊にビッグファルコンを守らせる。敵は同じ戦法で攻めてくるに違いない。頼むぞ諸君。はい。浜口博士。
We don't answer to you. How about that?
マグコンを完成させてくれ。
すでにデータの検討に入っている。なんとか間に合わせよう。
めぐみ、しっかりの。
お父さんも。
It does feel like some of these episodes are out of order.
いい息子たちだ。この場になっても泣き言一つ言わず戦おうとしている。
You literally abducted them for a year of their life and made sure that they could only fight.
よもやしていまいな。
どう思うかね、浜口君。
ゴー博士は本当に裏切ったのかね。裏切って秘密研究所のことを敵にあれほどの人物が裏切るとは思えんが。しかし奴らがなんで秘密研究所を知ったんだ。お前らこら、両銀は防衛隊に取りに来てくれ。岡長官と言ってな。
Maybe. Assuming we don't get attacked on the road and this blows up, in which case, you get nothing.
我が子を危機に陥れるようなことを正気で言う親がいるだろうか。確かにそうだが、しかし結果的にはゴー博士の裏切りということもな。このことはゴー兄弟には言わん方がいいだろう。同感だ。事実かどうかもはっきりさせねばならん。ゴー博士は地中にいるんだろうか、それともボア山星にいるんだろうか。
Yeah, I said they just told you he's still alive.
浜口博士、データの分析はすでに終わりました。
そうか。
新電磁発生装置のボディはもうほとんど完成に近づきました。
Way smaller than before,
電磁
too.
装置を作るだけです。
よし、見せてくれ。
磁力計からストラップコントロールへの方式です。これはウルトラオメガ回路、左がポイントです。
なるほど。制作は可能か。
はい。この高感度ミクロ集積体こそがウルトラマウコンを制御する鍵だったんですよ。
資材を集めろ。そして全ての人員をこの
I mean, that's the whole thing about electronics and the shrinking nature of technology.
すぐ作業へかかれ。
But the original one was made a long time ago. It really feels like the Bosnians should hold off on their attacks. You know, like for a year. Build up an army of beast machines, not just keep attacking one at a time.
いざとなりゃ5台のメカだけで相手になってやる。
頼んだぞ。
Well, I didn't say this before, but I think Catherine is one of the most interesting characters in the show for me. Because I think there's a lot more going on. Music's not playing. It's not gonna happen. There we go. This better not turn into a second two-parter about literally the same thing as the first two-parter.
俺たちチームを援護しろ。
破壊構成が弱くなった。みんな脱出だ。
ミクロ集積体はどうした。まだ完成できんの
Or, you
か。
know, conversely, you could have just lured it away from the base.
しかし博士、物が物だけにもう少し時間をください。
組み立てに入ったのか。
はい。部品は出来次第組み立て作業に入っておりますが。圧力係数3コンマ2、3コンマ2。コントロール資料搬入。プロセス回路。プロセス OK。プリント手順は ABB だ。了解。プリント手順 ABB。AB 溶接。
Thank God none of the explosions to shake the base or anything. Otherwise, this would be fucking impossible.
作業部の温度が上昇しているぞ。
I don't know, that one missile clearly scraped the shit out of it. That's more than you usually do against the beast machines. I mean, I don't know how effective that could be. It literally fired in every direction.
今最後の溶接が終わるところです。
そうか。時間は。
あと1分か2分です。
よし。ボルテスチームを呼び
That's not even the right answer. How long? Not much. Shortly would have been a better, you know. How long? Shortly. Well, that's a new weapon.
しまっ。一平。
But is the goo going to be strong enough to prevent them from vaulting in?
ケイジお前だけでも戻れ了解博士5機全部にウルトラマウコンが取り付けられなければ意味ないと思いますが
やってみなければわからん。1号機だけでもウルトラマウコンを取り付ける。
急げ博士俺一人ウルトラマウコンを積み込んでも役に立たないんじゃないのか
いや、前のとはパワーが違うから1機でもボルトインはできるはずだ。
一機で
I mean, he has the head machine.
よしご苦労。
You'd think the super magnetic energy would focus backwards from him. So, I mean, it should work.
バリアを切ってくれ
I mean, obviously, I think it will work, given the narrative nature of the show.
行くぜウルトラマウコン役立ってくれよマウコン発射
Ooh, even has even longer range now.
ボルトインができるのかこいつは
ウルトラマウコンができたんだ。
博士どうでしょううまくボルトインできるでしょうか
わからん。
V トゥゲ
You get the music?
合体ですぞキャットラめ合体しようとしております
バカなしまよったかカニガンに
Cannigan is also a pretty cool name. There we go, there's the music. I was waiting for it. They really drew it out, I guess, to make you guess. Well, I guess this indicates that the Zool's anti-super magnetic weaponry no longer works. Although surprising that it no longer works as a destructive weapon. Remember the first time I used it on them? They almost melted their ships. Or it seemed to. Now it didn't even do anything. I guess implying that maybe that thing that I said before about super electromagnetism in other sci-fi things creating shields, that maybe they do have like a shield around them while they're vaulting in, preventing them from being hurt, which would be why they don't get attacked.
やったボルトインしたぞ
テス5見事だ。
機関超電磁破壊装置が
Again, just imagine if they vaulted in before they left the base. Just leave as the Voltase 5.
中入れる新電気の力を行くぜ超電気ゴマ
Still find it surprising how much of a potty mouth Kenichi is.
ボルテスキーガソリングミサイルチェーンナックルボルテスパプータ
See, the bazooka is the one I appreciate the most. Didn't you already? Isn't that what you formed to begin with? Or is this gonna burn out the one that you already had? Sorry, it's just the rule of shows like this, is that you, one, should always already be formed up, and two, you should already always have the sword out. It's the two things that already work. Oh, the cheeky little look back. I'm glad that we can also get to see that Big Falcon has like a big staff. It's not just them.
勝利ではあったしかしボア山星に囚われたゴー博士が果たして地球を裏切ったのか確かめる術のない浜口博士の心は晴れることがなかった
I think I already threw out there that my little theory. Sorry, I'll wait till the end credits. I already think I threw out there my theory a while back that Professor Go is actually Bosnian royalty, and that he's going to actually be the father of Prince Heinel somehow. I don't know. I don't know if that's true at all. It's just the theory I have that's going to make Heinel related to the three guys from the Voltace 5 team. I don't, obviously some of my theories cannot be true and fit together. Like my idea that Catherine might actually be Prince Heinel's mother and still alive. Because that would then imply that Catherine would also be Catherine would also be Professor Go's estranged second wife. Also, yeah, obviously in the credits, the dad rushing to the three kids, which I assume has to happen in the show at some point. Not like an opening or ending credit sequence has ever lied to me before.
戦いの最中健一たちに降伏を呼びかける父ゴー博士の声捕らえられた浜口博士の死をかけた行動が今
That's different.
5に新たな戦いの炎を燃え上がらせる次回ボルテス5謀略の父が地球を狙うにご期待ください
Oh, is Hamaguchi gonna Mitsuya this? 'Cause it don't look like he's surviving that. Sorry, it was just an interesting segment there. I was thinking that beast machine looks alive and not like a machine. Like maybe they took I guess we've already gotten that with what's his name, Dagon or whatever it was. The swords guy. He looked more like a living thing than a machine too, but turned out he was a beast machine. But also the element that we saw Jangle holding Hamaguchi hostage before we ever saw Hamaguchi get captured. So him being he starts captured, then he's escaping, and then it looks like he's pulling Mitsuya. So I don't know. That is interesting. I do appreciate that past the character or team development episodes early on, now we've started ramping up the stakes. Like, I disagree with the basis of General Oka's speech in that episode, previous episode, but I appreciate that the focus is on worldwide problems and dealing with them. In this one, it's dealing with the concept that, hey, they did this to us once, they could do it to us again, we better establish in show that they cannot do this to us. They cannot do this to us again. Sorry, I'm choking up a bit. I really appreciate that consideration, considering the 2 minutes that I kind of ranted about it at the start of the episode. The episode really made me look like an idiot, basically instantly. And as I said earlier on too, I really appreciate that they start doing stuff on the ground level. I like seeing that. That's more involved than the stuff that the Voltace does in a fight. So, other than that, though, I don't really think I have a lot to say here. I got thrown by halfway through the episode when everything that happened on the next time on had already happened. That doesn't typically happen in shows that we watch on the channel. Typically, the next time on shows us what happens right at the end of the episode. So it was a fun little juke that I didn't know where to go with. Other than that, though, I think most of my thoughts are going to have to wait for the next time on notes, because I can't really think of anything else that stands out to me now. But that's why we do the notes, because I know throughout the week, given the time to think about things, I'll have more in-depth thoughts about very specific matters that just don't occur to me now while I'm live. So, that said, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it here. So once again, I've been Theta. This has been Stoneface Reactions, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?